Fanatically Correct. Brought to you by us, fans like you, but mostly us.
In a dark corner of the world, three men will work together to bring you a podcast like no other. This is Fanatically Correct, where the fans, the geeks, and the nerds are always correct. With your host, MSK, Yo Peace, and Omega.
We're recording.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to make this an episode already. You're kind of taking over. So this is Omega. I'm doing setup. This is Fanatically Correct with my co-host.
Yo, peace.
Okay, he's with us. And then we have special guests today from Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett. What else we got? Kenobi, of
Guardians
course.
of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. He's in
Everything,
that as
Everywhere,
well.
All at Once.
So we got our buddy Rory Ross,
What up,
a
what up?
Mandalorian. We got our buddy Steve Costantino, the Gamorrean Guard, musician,
he is.
producer, all that good stuff as well. And of course, our good friend Susanna Malak, our favorite Jawa. And then we got back here, hanging out with us, Charles. So he's going to be on the mic while Omega's setting up. So this is going to be the Yo Peace show for now. And we're going to start us off. We're doing the Rory list. All the movies that Rory should catch up on.
Yes.
And everyone's doing different stuff. So go at it.
Well,
already.
I said-
I'm going straight to that.
right. All right.
All
let
right,
me
Rory,
start pulling
what
this up.
haven't you seen?
Oh my
That's a
gosh.
classic.
everything.
Yeah. We found out a lot of the old school like Godfather. Godfather I started and I hadn't actually finished yet, which is so
It's gonna be a
sad.
while.
But I haven't done Goodfellas.
Good for Apocalypse Now.
Oh yeah, Apocalypse Now.
Fitzcarraldo.
I don't even know what that is.
None
Yeah.
of us do.
From Dust to Dawn, we figured out Dust to Dawn the other day that you never seen that either.
I think I'd seen. Man,
Bits and
I might be
pieces.
getting that. Yeah, I might be getting that confused with another film.
Tarantino, we started with True Romance. We watched the Drexel scene the other day.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
incredible.
True, yeah.
That was a big one. He hasn't seen True
But
Romance.
I need to honestly, I
is
need to
it?
go ahead and go back to Pulp Fiction because like I know I've seen it, but like to actually like really get into it, because I don't know a lot of the lines
So
with
maybe
them.
you've seen it, but you don't remember seeing it. That's how we're gonna go.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you've seen it, you probably do remember it.
Right. It's just I definitely don't know all the lines. Like our guy over here, Omega. I'm like, oh man,
Oh well, I mean, that guy is a walking IMDb.
for real though.
I get shocked sometimes of the things he just comes out of his mouth while we're doing the show. He just out of the blue.
Yeah.
He just
Verbally, by the way. Yeah.
verbally. Yes, let's say yes.
Now, where do we see the show? The dark web or what?
Not a dark web. You can see it Fanatically Correct.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
Frank,
yeah.
okay.
I'm like
I've
trying
already
to pull up
watched
this
a
list
couple
over here.
episodes.
Where's my list?
Yo, Peace, I've already watched the episode of you guys.
Oh, you did which one?
Uh,
The Nolan?
Oh,
I-
okay.
Did you watch a YouTube one or you listened
yeah,
to
it was on
Where
YouTube.
is
So
the?
was it with Nolan or with Stephanie Nadani? Was it the three of us?
There was three of you in the
here?
yeah.
there was
Oh,
a
there we
Christopher
go.
Nolan one, yeah.
I was like, where's this road?
Can I
So
remember
Nolan,
the
you got
content?
following on
No.
here, right?
No.
It's okay. I apologize for
Yeah,
everything
put
we've
following
done.
on there.
Oh, I have the crow. The crow is
No.
next on that list.
Yo,
that I put
Peace,
on
you need
there.
to say
Yeah.
you're welcome. Plane, trains, and automobiles.
Oh yeah, plane, trains, and automobiles. Yeah, I need to put that on there.
Finger.
Oh, Bowfinger. That's
Bowfinger,
right.
yes.
Yeah.
You have to do.
Jeez.
Yeah. Plane,
So-
trains, and automobiles.
Yes. yes.
Okay.
So anything in the 90s, 80s, and 70s you
He has not
don't
seen.
remember seeing?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a lot. I mean, well, the funny thing, I've actually seen The Lost Boys, and we were talking about Billy
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
So like, I definitely remember The Lost Boys, and that was a great
Yeah.
little film over there with Kiefer Sutherland.
Death
and the
by
rest of those
stereo.
guys.
Yeah, it holds up, right? The Corys,
yeah,
the two
it's-
Corys.
Yeah,
Corey
Feldman.
Haim, Feldman.
Yeah. And I've seen the Goonies, but
No,
I wouldn't be
Jason
opposed to
Patrick.
ever,
Sleeper.
seeing that again. And Willow. I know a lot of people haven't seen Willow.
I seen Will.
That's
Tom Cruise.
Half
Yeah,
the
yeah.
damn things
Yeah.
that you talked about right now. I'm
Okay, so now I don't feel as bad. I'm like, hey, all right. So I'm like a little bit redeemed over here.
Suzanne, you awake? Are you awake, honey?
awake.
Oh, okay.
It's a classic rock play, like
I think
Oh,
I had
man.
some of that titty milk.
Oh, my
That
God.
Rory had.
Yeah, and Forrest Gump. I've seen that.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
What's a movie? Like we do this anyways on all the shows. We do something called Nerdcessity. And Nerdcessity is like something you recommend that someone has to watch. So first movie your head, like you're talking to your son now. So you're saying you gotta watch this to have it in your repertoire of film. What's something that comes to mind like that? Just possibly.
Willy Wonka.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the old school with the
Yeah,
The original.
Heaven's Gate.
Murdering Willy Wonka.
yeah.
Michael Cimino.
Well, piggyback off that. What's the other one? Oh my gosh, why am I forgetting it? Where he's the sheriff.
Blazing
who?
Saddles?
Blazing Saddles.
Saddle, yeah.
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
Well, Gene Wilder's not the sheriff.
Where's all the white girls at?
Yeah, the other, yeah.
Yeah, Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Come on. Robin Hood Men in Tights is
Princess
fantastic.
Bride.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah, it's great.
that's Rob Reiner.
Yeah.
He's not that lost.
Inconceivable.
I'm lost.
She's still on.
Wait, you haven't seen Princess Bride?
Princess Bride?
No. Wait, are you serious?
I
That's
swear to
essential.
God.
Oh, it's just such an amazing,
Well, I think the Susanna
romantic
makes it
sort
maybe
of
longer than
I am Diego
comedy.
Montoya.
Yeah,
You killed my
Think
father.
about it. Prepare to die.
Susanna,
I love that. Yeah. That's a great
Yeah.
They fight in Corsica, right? Or Diego?
Yeah.
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 Oh, that's such a
Inigo
good
Montoya.
film. And is it a two-parter? I can't remember.
It's going to take a miracle.
And what's the one with Mel Brooks? It's good to be king.
Yeah, that's the history of the
Oh,
world,
yeah.
part one.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that one actually.
Yeah,
I'll
it
put that
starts
on
off a caveman, and then it goes, and he goes, I have these 15, and he drops one of
Yeah,
the slabs. He
10
goes, I have these 10 commandments.
Oh, if only
The
we knew
Spanish
the rest of them
Inquisition
then.
was twisted.
Yes.
Inquisition.
When you think of it, life is a piece of shit.
What's probably the movie you've
Was
seen
the Monty Python meaning of life?
Yeah, that
You
was
remember
it.
that?
That's one of
Every
them.
I can't-
sparrow
I can't-
wanted, every sparrow-
I can't
The Holy
see
Grail. What about
movies
the rabbit?
more
with the-
than once.
Oh
Check
man, I don't remember
Check
that
out.
one as much.
Is there a movie you'd be able to watch more than once? Like you had to sit down right now and watch another movie you've seen. What would Willy Wonka?
Well, Willy Wonka I've seen a couple times.
Yeah, Willy
Oh,
Wonka's
there you go.
Both?
That's Willy
Both?
I mean, you
Wonka.
can't-
So both?
Yes.
Speaking of Willy
You
Wonka,
actually saw
Original.
I like
Did-
the original.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
did
rich.
those kids? Did
Deep,
those kids
Deep
die?
Roy, right?
I got the
Did those
golden
kids die?
ticket.
Is that what you said?
I got the golden ticket.
all those kids died.
All those kids die. I don't care what they say.
That's right.
Oh,
Aren't
with
they
By
supposed to be-
terrorists.
Aren't they supposed to be filming a new one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
the fuck they would put me on that shit. I'd be in there. I'd
Yeah.
be in there
Oompa Loompa.
swimming-
With Hugh Grant? You want to be with Hugh Grant?
Drinking up all the chocolate and the
yeah,
liquid
forget
from
about
the
it.
river.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, "Where's Susanna?" She's like, "Oh, she's on lunch break over here."
Chocolate going in, chocolate coming out.
Chocolate, Susanna.
Yeah. Well, Deep Roy, they multiplicity, him, like how many?
Michael Keaton.
No.
Multiplicity.
Deep Roy, I know. But
Mm.
Deep Roy, they made thousands.
Deep
of them.
roid.
Oh,
Roy.
no, he was the.
He's
the
a Oompa Loompa, Oompa
Yeah.
Loompa.
I have a deep roid.
But I heard the
Oh,
Oompa Loompas
boy.
that they're using on this is going to be like video. It's not going to be like real people.
I'm giving new meaning to the word
With the- wait, say
roided
that again?
out.
Yes,
I
they're
heard
doing
it's not gonna be
CGI.
real- Yeah,
I'm
they're going
hemorrhoided.
CGI.
Oh, well, because they did the in the trailer. I remember they see Hugh Grant at the very end, and he's like dancing around. He's like, "Oh, this is what we're gonna do." I was like,
Yeah.
"Why would you have Hugh Grant as an Oompa
Yeah.
Loompa? Like that just seems such a weird." Who in the creative department was like, "Yeah, Oompa Loompa"?
Well,
Hugh
they're trying to
Grant.
get him
Like,
back in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And they said, look, you got to be an Oompa Loompa to get back in.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god!
Well, I'm thinking for you, we could do a great remake, and that would be
The Wizard of
Time
Oz.
Bandits.
Time Man.
They
He
travel
plays
through-
all the little people
little
parts.
people. They travel through time.
It's a one-man show.
Kenny Baker. It's
I'll
genius.
do it.
Oh, Kitty
I'll
Baker.
buy
Okay.
that for $1.
Time-
Charles, I'm kicking you off. Finally got a video.
But I got my head.
There you go.
Nah.
So you can yell from the background. 'Cause one of the mics will pick you up.
So he's in the show now.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm up
Yeah.
in here.
There we go.
There we go.
Wearing the Star Wars
There you
hat.
go,
He's
Mike.
representing all of us right over here.
Ma, I'm working
peace.
here. Oh, King of Comedy.
There you go.
King of,
yeah.
okay.
So Yo
King
Piece is here.
of
There we
comedy.
go.
Ma, I'm working
And
here.
Omega. Here we go. It's the
Oh, a
Omega
minute
episode.
work too, right?
So we're here at the AV Club.
It's AV. Get it right.
The
Not
AV,
We're
not the
doing
VA.
VA club.
I'm not.
Well, why don't we see
He is. He's on
Rory.
that side there. What do you mean you don't see him?
Oh, I'm not. Hey,
Oh, no,
what's up?
those aren't the cameras for the video. Those are the cameras for Yo
No,
Piece.
no. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
The other cameras that are set up there,
Yeah.
you're gonna be able to see it. You might.
so for Yo Piece,
Catch
you're the
me
star,
under.
Steven. You're the star. You and Suzanne.
Yeah, you're
No,
getting
that's why
the, getting the
put-
center view.
You wanted to put me over there to begin
Yeah.
with, though.
No, the camera would have gotten you
Okay,
right
I'm
there.
kidding.
I'm doing this for MSK because when he edits, this is how he sets it up so he can
Oh,
changes
go
and
between
zooms
the-
in.
yeah,
So
yeah,
as you're
yeah.
talking, he'll zoom in on you. And
Oh, so then I should probably look
Yeah.
this way when I
so
talk.
speaking
then.
of which, for him to do the
Otherwise I get
thing,
the-
so for Fanatically
I'll go
correct
side.
down here, you click this down here. down here. Click for Fanatically
or,
Correct.
or up here.
No, he's never does the up here. He never does the up here. So, and then underneath Rory Ross, you can click his. We'll have his stuff there.
Boom.
And then MSK might put like around you when you talk. He'll probably put like a Mandalorian image or a Stormtrooper image.
That's cool.
Maybe he'll cover their faces with a Stormtrooper and a Mandalorian.
Put the Iowa City
So
Children's
same thing with
Hospital.
Steven. We'll have a Gamorrean Guard right there.
Be an Ewok.
It wouldn't be a change it to an Ewok or a Wookiee. A Wookiee.
It's an alternate universe over
We'll put
there.
Susanna as an Ewok while you're a Wookiee. Like,
There you go.
That's
We'll set
him when he
up-
wakes up. You know,
So we'll have
that's how
his
it
links.
goes.
Why are you behind me? I don't trust you behind me.
He's gonna tickle your butt. So we'll have his link. We'll have his link somewhere around there, so you can click that to check out his Instagram, Gamorrean Sound. He'll be on that, the real Rory Ross, and then because this
The
is
Rory
audio for
Ross.
the Rory Ross. His handle, the Rory Ross, because this is for the audio people, and then one short bitch for Susanna Malik. So we'll have her around here, and so when you look up short bitch in the dictionary, Susanna's face comes out next to it.
That's her handle.
That's her actual handle.
That's her handle.
Yeah.
Family friendly episode.
Yeah.
So with one short bitch, and and then we'll have some like Jawas all around. Put my face as a Jawa in one MSK. So that'll be fun. So yeah, we're doing the Rory list, which is gonna eventually end up coming the Susanna. I'm never gonna watch any of this shit list.
She's like, I don't
no,
care.
thank you.
She's like, I'm good.
One I like
view.
just to get a little
That's all
Star
you
Wars. I don't want to get too much because that's what you guys talk about all the time. I'm sure,
Right,
of it,
right.
especially your appearances. But just to get it, on our show, just so we can get into it, I think I could easily guess what his favorite movie is going to be. You guys are a little more difficult because you're not in the movies; you're in the series.
Yeah.
But I kind of know yours too because of your backstory. But we'll start with Rory. What is your favorite Star Wars film?
Well, yeah. So, I mean, I guess in order to answer that, I give a little backstory. So, I grew up in a small town in Iowa. So, a long, long time ago in a
Galaxy
farm far away. I grew up in a farm and we had a lot of exotic animals. And at one point, I got a rare fungus on the back of my head that made it just like straight up like just destroy it and fall apart. And so I ended up in the hospital. I was there for about a month. And the first day I was there, my mom brought Star Wars: A New Hope. And seeing Luke's journey and him overcoming these insurmountable obstacles gave me the hope that I was going to be okay. And so, yeah, A New Hope has always been something that's been such a very important part of my life. And Star Wars from that point on resonated with me. And I almost became an engineer, or I became an aerospace engineer. So my name is on Mars, on the Mars Curiosity rover. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then funny enough, I was talking to somebody else earlier, 2010, 12, somewhere in there. There was a big, huge exhibit called Where Star Wars Science Meets Imagination. And I have all these photos with Tusken Raiders, Stormtroopers, and Boba Fett. And I was like, get the heck out of here. So it's just a cool thing of the manifestation and being where I'm at. But yeah, going with the episodes, definitely A New Hope, episode 4. And then, Mandalorian. It's pretty freaking cool.
I'm going to bring it over to Steven on that question while I turn the air conditioning. I just realized it's not on. It gets getting a little warm with these lights. So, Steven, I can guess, but maybe you throw us for a loop.
I have to go to Genesis, 2001 Space Odyssey.
It's a very Star Wars movie.
I know, but actually Imagineering used a lot.
Charles hooking it up. Our man, Charlie.
Imagineering
You
used
got
a
the
lot.
AC on? Thank you, Charles. You're the man. Sorry.
Oh,
No,
that's cool.
Imagineering used a lot of the Kubrick.
Yeah, that is true.
And
That
the
is
Galaxy's
true.
Edge. But of course, Jedi kind of put a cap on it.
Yeah, that's coming in the mic. Woo! MSK gonna love that. Like the fan. They lower the fan. There we go. Yeah. Don't worry, we're good. Sorry, Steven.
That's
Keep
cool.
going.
I would say Jedi put a cap on the trilogy,
Yeah.
as far as
And very true. And you're the Gamorrean Guard in that. That's
yeah,
true.
and I love the new Mandalorian and all that because there's it's profound as far as all the literature and what they can do without scrutiny.
No, very true. Very true. And and the legend continues, and we'll
And it
see
keeps
what
going.
they do with newer movies that they have, planned in the tank, and how that goes. I'm sure there'll be pots for all of you.
Yes,
That'll be
Yeah.
fantastic.
But Empire is
Bigger
great
stuff.
too. Empire's
That's a
Oh,
great
yeah,
one.
Empire-
It's
yeah,
one of the
yeah.
best sequels. I mean, arguably
Yeah,
everyone says
absolutely.
what's one of the movies that the sequel's better than the first, and Empire is always
Yeah.
one of those in that
Yeah.
conversation without a doubt.
absolutely.
So Susanna, who I don't know, have you at least seen the Star Wars movies? Or you don't want to put your okay. Okay.
Well, I
One view.
watched-
That's what she did.
So
I watched when I growing up the original with Princess Leia and stuff like that.
yeah, so 4 or 5. So New Hope, Empire
So-
Strikes Back, and Return of
But
the
I'm
Jedi.
gonna say Mandalorian is my favorite just because that's where I started with Star Wars.
Yeah.
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 So, but like, if you had to pick a movie,
Like any movie,
no, any of the Star Wars movies.
Star Wars.
We got Willy Wonka, so we know
Right,
movie
right,
wise,
right.
which is awesome.
it would be
Yeah.
it would be the first Star Wars.
New Hope,
Yeah.
the first one with Princess Leia.
Let's go.
What started it all. I mean, you got to give
Yeah.
it credit. Anything that starts
Yeah.
the franchise.
Especially
Harry Potter,
with all
first
the
one.
production troubles and everything else they went through to
Very
even
true.
make that happen is pretty crazy. And I agree with you. Like Empire Strikes Back, like, it stands really well on its own. And there's so many different elements. We got the Wampas, we got the Tauntauns, which is really interesting. And then, Lando Calrissian. That was like one of the first, more pivotal characters, I think, during that time
Lando
period.
Calrissian.
Yeah. And he was such a cool, suave guy.
Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, man.
And that, I have to give it up. Billy, if it was for Billy and Corey D, I would not have been in Jedi.
So yeah, Steve was in a band with Corey,
That's
and
awesome.
it's
Yeah.
got that debonair suave.
Yeah.
Lando Calrissian.
Look at all the connections.
Man.
All the connections.
Looking forward to eventually seeing the Lando series. They got a Lando comic book now. That's what I do like that they gave each one of them their comics now too. So Lando's a comic, Leia's a comic, Vader's a comic, Luke. That's a pretty wild thing too. And Lando's a great character in exploring. They did it in Obi-Wan Kenobi, the origin story, which is pretty. It's not one of the better ones because it had a lot of problems midway. They changed directors and all that, but very neat to the film. And
You were talking about Solo.
Solo, yeah.
Okay, you said Kenobi, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on a second.
I said Kenobi.
I was like, I have to check in here for a hot second. I was like,
I meant Solo. So yeah,
because Donald, I think they just said,
yeah, he's gonna do the series.
Yeah, him and his brother, they're writing.
They're gonna write it. So we'll see what the take is on that. Like, I'm sure they'll be working with Favreau, so they'll work together. And Glover's really good at sticking to. He has his style for his stories, but he's good at like he does with Spider-Man and things like that. He has a respect to the to the source material,
right?
So I'm sure that should be a fantastic set. I want to play with that AC again too because I'm hearing it.
Yeah, I hear it a little bit too.
It's I know it's one or the other. Yeah, so fortunate, but it's a little warm. So we'll turn it off a little bit.
Let it be.
Let it be. Let it be.
But it's also, I mean, kind of going with that too. If you look at Diego,
yes,
and how he
Lunas,
did with Andor, yeah. Like, I mean, he was
Andor,
an executive producer on that, and like
Lord.
that's been fantastic. And they have season 2, and really curious to see where that's going. But you've seen Mon Mothma and bringing all this other connective tissue, also with Kenobi. Yes, I'm a little bit biased there, but it's still having these elements.
For me, and then I'll let Yopis go in. We'll actually take one from the audience. Charles over there. Rogue One, believe it or not, Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars film
of all time.
Of all time is Rogue One.
Why is that?
Yes.
Why?
What I respect, number one, the thing that makes me love it the most is what it does in film story wise, where they did something that you rarely would be able to see. They took the biggest plot hole and mistake from one film and made it a story and made it a reason. So it's no longer a plot hole or mistake, which is, it is so stupid that one tunnel down the middle of this giant construction that destroys planets, if you blast something through there, bam, the whole thing goes by. And what do they write into it? Because the designer did it on purpose. So he can get those schematics through his daughter to the rebellion so they'd have a chance.
Right.
And that's genius. And then the saddest thing, of course, because it's a prequel and you go into that movie knowing what's going to happen, is like, well, none of these characters exist in the following movies. So either going to destroy their own canon or everyone's going to die. And it's fantastic. And then you get one of the greatest Darth Vader scenes there is. Shout out a couple. Shout out to Spencer Wilding. We've had him on the. We're gonna have him on the podcast actually pretty soon, and we had him out here doing appearances with us. With Fanatically Correct and everything. He's fantastic. He does the Force choke scene. Huh? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Susanna did an appearance with him.
He's like,
I'm gonna provide that picture to MSK so we can put it up. I'm gonna put it up right there. Because it's such a obviously you have a Jawa and Darth Vader. It's insane.
I love that.
It's a great. It's massive.
The size comparison of this.
Yeah, so you show it to that camera right there, and then show it to Yopi's right there.
No, I seen.
Oh, he's seen on Instagram because he followed both of you. Yeah. So no, he's a great chap, but
that's crazy.
He's not the Darth Vader that's actually doing the corridor scene.
Right.
And what's fantastic about that corridor scene is they did a same thing. Rogue One, they already had the everything put before them. They know he moves a lot slower in New Hope.
Right.
Obviously, as Anakin, when the younger Christian Hayes, when they had the Return of the Jedi, and in Kenobi's show as well, he moves a lot faster. So they found a way to do like an in between. So and it's just such a dark, menacing scene, and just and the pop that they give you with that, and of course you get young Leia at the end too. But and I understand that it's hard to pick a movie that's a prequel to many films and a sequel to many and a franchise, but as a film itself, because that's the other thing too. That's why I love the series Andor. It's its own style too. It's not the Star Wars style, but it's telling the Star Wars story. And then we've talked a lot about Andor on this podcast because that's a hands down great show. You can take Andor and you can implement that into like a rebellion during the Irish rebellions, against England. It's just about rebellion. They're putting in the world of Star Wars, but it's a show about rebellion and the cost of rebellion and the sacrifices people have to make. Not everyone's a hero in those stories, and they make the sacrifices for the greater good. And there's a lot of great monologues in that show, like even your soul, like you sacrifice your well-being and goodness in your soul to get things done for the many. And it's incredible. And you got a great performance by Skarsgård. You got great performance by Andy Serkis. It's just they put on a clinic on that show, and it's all thanks to Rogue One. So for me, it's my favorite Star Wars film is Rogue One because it might be one of my all-time favorite films. Period.
Dang.
So it's up there.
Well, I mean, and seeing Cassian too, like understanding how he got to that point of where he is willing to die for a rebellion for this cause, and like seeing this in Andor and how it's slowly kind of coming up, and what happened to him as a kid and etc. That's pretty cool to see. And then Andy Serkis, I mean, to finally have him get his moment where he's actually on screen, like we saw him in Black Panther.
Yes.
But now getting him where he's having this part, and then having it where they're building the freaking pieces of the Death Star. They're literally what's going to be killing them in Rogue One is just like, oh man, all the feels. It's like pretty
you guys are such nerds.
Yes, we are.
Oh, yeah,
we
big
are.
time.
But
Fanatically correct.
Good call.
We need that. You know what I mean? Honestly, I've gotten the pleasure to spend a lot of time with all three of them.
Revenge of the Nerds.
So, but it's nice to have that. It's a great balance.
You saw Revenge of the Nerds.
There we go, Revenge of the Nerds. That one's up there. Wait, you haven't seen Revenge of the Nerds?
No.
On the Rory list.
It's gonna happen a lot.
Carradine, right? The young Carradine.
I'm gonna mess with the AC for a second. So I'm gonna let Charles jump on so he can give his, and then we'll wrap up on Yo Piece's Star Wars, and then we'll do a little bit more talk before we close it all down. Here you go.
Charles?
Charles.
Thank you for giving me a platform to talk about Star Wars.
There you go.
Well, let's put it this way. When the first Star Wars came out in the late 70s,
77.
I went to the theater 11 times to see that movie.
Wow.
Jesus.
11 different
Where were
times.
you?
I was living in Clearwater, Florida.
Do you remember how much the movie theaters were then?
Yeah, it was like $350 or something like that.
Dang.
Matinee, right? You get a matinee.
Yeah, always.
Well, and when Star Wars first came out, wasn't that the first time they were using some of the big Dolby sound?
Of course, yeah. So it was a big deal. Now, I love the next two, Empire, but I really liked Phantom Menace if you took Jar Jar Binks out. But as a movie, I'm serious. I thought Phantom Menace was killer. And I think that I really do wish they gave Darth Maul more story, because he was.
So if you like Darth Maul, and especially if you like the Rogue One, the hallway battle, they actually literally did the same thing with Darth Maul in season 7, the last 4 episodes. And it's so cool of how it literally ties in directly with Revenge of the Sith. It's
awesome.
It's amazing. And it also brings a little bit of the Mandalorian. So if you, are trying to kind of catch up with that, it's so good.
But my favorite Star Wars is the one Steve was in.
Yeah.
I have to say that Revenge of the Jedi.
Thank you.
He loves his friend. Look at the good
And that's me sucking up to my.
That bro.
No, but it does.
Thank you for letting me talk.
It does kind of put a cap on it.
It does
for that particular.
Yeah.
So Yo Peace.
And Revenge of the Sith too.
My favorite Star Wars. Rogue One is very close, but it's definitely Empire Strikes Back.
Nice.
It's just a great sequel. I mean, there's no denying it. That's probably one of my favorite movies, Star Wars movies of all times. But going back to Rogue One, man, like I recently just showed my son a couple of months ago.
He was not emotionally prepared.
And I got the wrong. I didn't know how dark that movie was until he actually watched the movie and was bawling. He was holding his tears back at the end of that movie. I had no idea what to do. I'm standing there like, oh my God, what did I do? I think I scarred him for life. Hopefully this is one thing that will get him into a Star Wars movie in the future. That's all I can say. I scarred him for life.
Because he did.
You scared him into it. You scared him into it.
Right.
Yeah, he's
his origin story.
Yeah, Liam's a bit of he's a very hard on his sleeve kid and open book, and you guys had the pleasure.
Let's not forget Spaceballs, by the way.
Spaceballs, fantastic. That's like my second favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah. Susanna?
Have you seen Spaceballs?
I know Darth Helmet. And
have you seen Spaceballs?
Something, but Maybe
I don't think I have.
Never seen it with Spaceball. It makes fun
Candy,
of Star
right?
Wars.
Yeah.
John Candy, yeah, he's the Wookiee type character.
Okay.
And Bill Pullman's like the he's Luke and Han
Oh, that's right.
mixed together basically.
Oh,
and then Rick Moranis, of course, he has the
Darth
big helmet,
helmet.
the Darth helmet. Yeah,
yeah.
That's fantastic. You went too fast. This is now with the whole camera. Like you went too far forward. They cut their stunt doubles. Like it's one of those like
The camera comes in and it hits him or something like that.
Yeah, it's
I've
one of
seen
those.
Pieces.
And yogurts instead of Yoda, it's Mel Brooks is yogurt.
Yeah.
He's yogurt.
He's like the Weird Al of film.
The
Mel Brooks.
Schwartz, may the
Yeah,
Schwartz
yeah.
be with you.
Schwartz.
May the
May
Schwartz.
the
The
Schwartz be with-
Schwartz be with you. No, that's a fantastic one, Spaceball. So yeah, the Rory list is definitely growing. But you saw Spaceball, so you're good on that one.
This is a prerequisite to life.
Yes.
Spaceballs.
These are very important. Very.
I mean, the
Mel Brooks ones. Yeah, we went down that one. So you got the Robin Hood Men in Tights. You got the.
Well, Robin Hood Men in Tights.
You've seen.
Yeah. Come on.
And we're gonna want a critique later after you watch.
Oh no!
Book report. We're gonna kind of book report.
Yeah.
So on Fanatically Correct. Yeah, we are gonna do this. Check our accounts most likely on both Letterboxd and TV Time. We're gonna set up Rory list. So we have the necessity list. I know we have that,
man.
and then we have like our ranking list. We're gonna actually set up the Rory list, and like every time Yo Peace, MSK, or myself have a movie to add on there.
Wait,
so
am I
just-
gonna have to do a
just
review every time I do it? Like send it to you guys.
And the Rory review. The Rory review. There you go, man. I'm giving you gold. So, yeah, start your own podcast, man.
Oh man.
There you go. Start your own podcast. The Rory review.
be
You're like,
20 years
today
old.
I
20.
watched.
I'm like, gotta go all the way back. I'm still filming, man. I still have all these other projects I'm doing.
The
I'm
plane
like, oh my gosh.
rides.
The audience is listening.
Yes, the plane rides. You can watch a lot of this stuff.
Oh,
We're not even getting into series. We're just talking about.
Oh, yeah.
movies. We get into
Geez.
series. There's so many classic shows
Yeah,
of course.
that no one watches anymore. A big favorite of the podcast is Quantum Leap. We're big.
Oh, yeah.
Quantum Leap. Scott
Yeah.
Bakula, fantastic show.
that.
Very easy.
all one or the new
some of them are
Yeah.
the original.
Okay.
Yeah, the original. Yeah, the original.
The new one
I saw.
doesn't exist.
Yeah.
The original I saw pieces of, but the new one actually, funny enough, I did an event in LA. We actually did a marketing thing where it was bringing prices back like 1985, and so we had gas at like 85 cents, and people were coming in, give them 10 gallons. But for the first few hours, people were like, whatever, this isn't real. Then the word of mouth got out. By the end, we had like 60 some odd cars coming through. It was just like, oh my gosh.
You said 85 cents a gallon.
85 cents a
Yes.
gallon, yeah. So I was like, I filled up my Prius. I was like, hey, this is great.
I don't care.
I'd like to do that now, man. Please. And
I'm there.
I know. I was like, man.
No, this is fantastic. So yeah, Quantum Leap's a series. We'll do a few series. That's
Sopranos, if we
Sopranos. You watch Sopranos?
Outer Limits.
Outer Limits, fantastic anthology
Breaking
though.
Bad. Well, you want to
Breaking
go
Bad.
back. I mean,
Yeah, if you want to go back,
Honeymooners.
over class, yeah, honeymooners.
Lucy, honeymooners.
To the
yeah,
moon,
yeah.
Alice.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Beverly Hillbillies.
Hey, Ralphie boy.
Beverly Hill-
No, honeymooners is actually that's a fantastic one. That's what Flintstones is. It's basically
Yeah.
kids honeymoon. Oh yeah, Fred and Wilma just kind of reverse the roles, but it's the same thing. It's just a big. He's not going to do nothing
Well,
to her.
I
He's
Love
always a
Lucy.
big mouth.
Yeah,
and
that's what I said.
we were talking about that. Yeah, on personal note, yeah, I Love Lucy's a must
Yeah.
to watch at least a few episodes of that. Get that under your belt because same
Still
thing.
watch that now.
Oh no, it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
That's how you know those shows are such great
Oh.
writing
'Cause they're
and
still
great
great.
storytelling
Night.
because you
And
can
the
watch
behind
on
the
fun.
scenes too.
Lucy!
Like what was
Lucy?
becoming
You got some Spanish.
the one that was on Amazon? It was talking about Lucy when they were saying
Yeah.
she was communist or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
That was like, whoa. I didn't.
No,
have
but
any
all the
context
stuff
for
is
that.
wild. The other things that Desi Arnaz did, he was the first person to use multiple camera angles
Yes.
on a TV show.
Yes.
Dang.
And then Lucille Ball, he basically saw
Star
the
Trek.
comedy. in her.
Team.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a
They
great
were.
team.
They were fantastic.
He
production
started
team.
like the dollhouse set, so you don't have to move the light.
Yeah.
You just go
No, and he painted everything in
wow.
different tones of gray. So it would really
Yeah.
pop on the TV screen since it was black and white.
Yeah.
At that time, the way it's filmed, that's a fantastic show that definitely puts on a clinic. And Honeymooners is one like that. Abbott and Costello. I mean, everyone knows who's on first. So it's like
Little
watch
Rascals,
it though.
Little
Actually
Rascals.
watch it.
Yeah.
See, watch it. Put that. Go on YouTube.
Okay.
Put that on. You can watch that on the car ride back to the resort.
You said Abbott and Costello?
Yeah, Abbott and Costello.
Jerry
who's on
Lewis
first?
movies too.
Those are fantastic.
He designed
Jerry Lewis
the video
movies were
back
great.
for the
Yes.
camera, so you could watch
Jerry
it. back.
Lewis, Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
One of my
Oh,
favorites is The Barber.
That's
the barbershop one. That
That's
one's
an OG.
Costello?
great storytelling.
What was it? I can't remember back
it's
in the
not
day. I
so
used to
bad.
watch it. It was two females, and they used to put
Laverne and Shirley.
Laverne and Shirley.
Oh,
She's a
that's
great
good.
director.
Yeah,
When the
Yes.
cold
Penny
gets
Marshall.
in the
Penny
milk,
Marshall.
Whatever they used to
Yes.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah, and she's a fantastic
Milwaukee.
director
They
too.
worked at Milwaukee at the beer. Was it a beer?
It's not coming on.
Yeah,
my,
some type
What?
of
The-
I love that.
Oh,
no.
and Costello.
Her dad was-
No, you're gonna have to go on YouTube.
Her dad.
Oh wait, that's not on here.
Marshall
Who's
did
on first?
Happy Days.
Well, you're spelling wrong. Hey, I bet A B B O T, but who's on? Just put who's on first.
Well, in Married with Children, You guys
That
remember?
was
Yes,
great
that's
too,
actually
yeah.
that's actually really good.
Yeah.
I wonder if it would be on TV
Love and marriage, love
and marriage.
It wouldn't be on there. You're gonna have to put that on here or text
Like a horse.
it. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. Love and marriage. You know what? I don't. Sorry, MSK. You're gonna have to edit this. Do me a favor, lower that AC. But it's get warm in here quick, man. I don't think I'm the only one.
Forget
No.
that.
Or is everyone else good? I'm the only one?
No.
You
Yeah, it's getting warm. Yeah, sorry.
And it's hot.
Yeah, it is.
It's
It is.
getting
You know what it is? I think that the sun is starting to peep through the windows behind the
what's
curtains.
Is that right?
What's the newer series of stuff that you guys watch? Have you guys watched Yellowstone?
I want to get into
I
that.
love
I
that.
hear that's
I love
I love
fantastic.
Yellowstone.
What is her name? Beth, the daughter.
Yeah, and I haven't watched that, but
bitch is
She's
crazy.
British too. And in 1923, have you seen any
I like
the other
those.
ones?
I
Well,
just Yellowstone. I mean,
they have the prequel.
who gets fucking fucked, right? Somebody's raping her and getting fucked. She's getting, and then she was like, "Is that all?
that
Is
all you
that all
got?
you got?" And
Wow.
he's beating her, and she was like, "Is that
She
all you
flipped
got?"
the tables
I don't
on
know,
her.
She's crazy.
Wow.
That's the type of friend that I'd love to have.
That's what you were talking about in
A Red Sparrow.
Red Sparrow, yeah.
With Jennifer Lawrence, that's what that character
Oh, my
does.
God.
Yeah, 'cause you were
she takes the
literally just
power
But you
away
have to
from
see
her.
the prequels now. Like, they're just as good.
They're gonna make prequels to Red Sparrow.
No,
Oh, to Yellowstone.
That's
Yeah,
Harrison Ford
the one
and
with Sam
Helen-
Elliott.
and
Yeah,
Helen
and Harrison
Mirren.
Ford has one too. No,
Yeah.
that's a whole series I want to get into. Westerns have really come back in a strong format. Like you have them sprinkled, and you're talking to the Western guys. MSK comes in here. Back to the Future 3 is his Western. Like you know what I mean? Like that's them a Western. Where Yo Peace and I have episodes where we do Westerns. We talk about that's the one I told you about. I forgot the name
Wild
again.
Bunch?
No, Bone Saw. The one I told you with Kurt Russell, you got to watch. One with the cannibals.
Oh, yeah,
that was
yeah.
good. But like Hume. What is it? 110 to Hume. Yeah,
Well,
it's
Clint,
fantastic.
you got to go to Clint Eastwood.
Clint
too.
Eastwood, yeah, the outlaw Josie
John
Wales.
Ford.
Yes, the long rider. You got
Spaghetti westerns. You know.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what
the classics. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's you go Burt Reynolds. Not
you have
Burt
to go-
Reynolds. Charles.
Trinity.
Death Wish.
Charles Bronson.
Charles Bronson. He had westerns. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
But you know,
yeah.
go back to John Ford and
Yeah.
even John Wayne, of course.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the dude.
But that's the thing now is like westerns, and I love the one that HBO had. What is it was with Timothy Oliphant.
Oh yeah, Justified.
That's
Deadwood.
Well, yeah,
That's
Deadwood. But
Oh,
Justified's
right.
kind of a western too. That's what I
Yeah.
like about that modern western thing. That's like the movie Logan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's an X-Men movie, but it's a west. Like the way it's told is
Yeah.
a western style. But all the western shows that started coming out, Hell on Wheels,
Mandalorian.
fantastic. Yeah.
Shoot, even
In
Nope.
fairness,
It's
yes,
a
Yeah.
Western.
We are very much
and you
a-
know what? The first Star Wars, they were going almost that western angle. They tried that with Star Trek when the original series came out. They tried to do kind of like the western angle. The thing is that they were very cerebral. That was actually a complaint that they got a lot in the beginning, that they were trying to tell stories and like really make you think about it, and then they just let Shatner off the hook to be more of that wild character.
Yeah.
But
why?
yeah, they tried to do it.
Shatner.
And now with the series,
Out the
I mean,
window.
Unforgiven, it was great
Fantastic.
as we go along.
Gene Hackman.
Silverado,
Yes.
incredible one.
Yes.
Yes.
Outlaw Josie Wales.
Also, I love it.
The trilogy, which is Yo Peace's favorite.
Pale Rider, yeah.
What's the trilogy? The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, A Few Dollars More, and
A few dollars
Fistful
for
of
a few
Dollars.
and
Fistful
Fistful
of
of Dollars. Yeah,
And Fistful.
yeah. That's
Yep.
the trilogy. That's fantastic. Even
That's
the Quick and the
trilogy,
Dead.
People don't even know that's a trilogy, which is, it's awesome. That's
Yeah.
Now this is a good one because a lot of people go one way or the other. Tombstone or Wyatt Earp?
Never heard of that.
I
shit.
go for Wyatt.
Wow.
Wyatt Earp.
I would tell you to watch Tombstone.
She's like-
I don't think you'd have the patience for Wyatt Earp. Yeah.
Wyatt Earp's more authentic to me.
Yeah, but see and that's it's just Kevin Costner. That's Kevin. You know what I mean? Like half of his movies, especially at that time, and especially with Tombstone now. That's the hard thing is Tombstone's
Yeah, he
such a
did,
fast pace, you know.
Dancing with
What was the
Wolves, he
other
did a
one?
great. That was a monumental.
But Tombstone, I'll be your Huckleberry. So what do you
What
have
was
you
the
seen
one,
both
the-
Wyatt
the-
Earp and
the
Tombstone? Or you only
mailman?
seen Tombstone?
I think I've only seen Tombstone, but I
That's the
honestly
easy one to
couldn't tell
watch.
you I remember anything of it.
Oh,
I mean,
watch
it's
it
just like
again.
yeah,
Yeah, because that's Val
back on the
Kilmer.
list, back on the list.
That's
I was
Val
like,
Kilmer.
I put both of them already. I was like,
This is what hurts. You had at the same time those two films came out pretty much very close to each other,
Right.
and both it was Dennis Quaid. Yeah, Dennis Quaid and Val Kilmer. They each played in those films Doc Holliday, and they both put on probably the best performances of their life. So it's so difficult for two films that are very different, telling the same story, for both actors to put on incredible performances and
Yeah.
differently. So that is where it gets hard to say who's Doc. And I'm
Yeah.
always going to lean towards Val only because I just like. I was younger the first time I saw Tombstone, probably in my teens or whatever. So for someone who's a little bit less appreciative of a Western tale, Tombstone does a good job of giving you a Western tale, but giving you that oomph you need to stay connected to the film. And Sam Elliott's in that one. I mean, it's got a great Billy Zane's in that one too. I mean, all the different parts. The from John Con. Sorry,
Big Billy Zane.
From what's his name from the first Terminator film and Aliens. Bean, Michael Biehn. Yeah, he's incredible. Ringo. Yeah.
What about Django's a great one too.
Django's a fantastic one.
Django Unchained.
Yeah, much better than Hateful Eight. Please check out our Tarantino episode and our Nolan episode. But yeah, our Tarantino, we get into that because we're not like I enjoyed Hateful Eight, but it's the one Tarantino film that I probably can like not watch again. Like I've watched it a couple times, and it's not one I can watch. But like Once Upon a Time, I can watch over and over again. Django, I've seen multiple times. It's fantastic, stories. And Leonardo DiCaprio and Django's. So villainous.
Don Johnson's great too.
Everyone in that film. Everyone had their moment.
Wait, Susanna, what do you typically watch? Like after we get done with these conventions and stuff, what's your?
What are you doing the plane ride home? Just sleep?
No, I watch ID Channel, the first 48.
Oh yeah, she's like my wife. Yeah, she likes the reality shows and
Law and Order.
Hey, to catch a smuggler.
Yeah, I like that shit.
Can't say anything about that.
Yeah, no, Roy. There's some connections to that, but go ahead. Was that your?
No, we found her niche.
Yeah, her niche.
I like that shit.
Yeah, she's a serial killer in the making, and she's just figuring out how to get away with it.
Actually, she's a sleuth. You're a sleuth.
Please check out. If you go back on Hulu, check out Susanna's episode of Prank Panel. With Johnny Knoxville and Eric Andre, and you'll see there's probably people close to her she wants to kill, and she's trying to figure out. And she's trying to know. She wants to know the ways to smuggle out of the country. Move and get away with it, and all the forensic stuff, and
there will be casualties. There'll be casualties. Just casualties.
If a bunch of hookers have started missing in L.A.,
Miami, you got us.
The Jawa Strangler. That's Susanna Malak.
For real though, like it was so funny because you're like, I don't care about the guy that fell out of this window. What's up with this girl? Why is she in here with my son?
You hoe. She called her a hoe.
You hoe. And then she apologized immedly for calling her. At least that's what editing made it look like. I don't know how much long. I don't know, like an hour. I know you did, but I don't know how fast it happened. Right away, I'm sorry for calling you a hoe.
Remember, that's season 1, episode 2, and it's the second prank on that episode.
Yes, it's fantastic.
It's the best prank.
It's my favorite one of all of them.
Just don't watch it with the full stomach because you might puke.
But Charles hasn't seen it.
No, we gotta see it together.
I'm gonna show. No, he's gonna watch in the car. He's gonna watch in the car now. Right after this, I'm gonna put it on I'm gonna put it on the screen. So yeah, check that out. So MSK will have a link here to Susanna stuff, but
up here.
So there you go.
Can't go too low. It'll scratch me out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got to go up here now.
There you go. That's a great note. So, but that was the necessity for the episode because we're gonna start wrapping it up. And actually, believe it or not, go to Prank Panel. That's a different necessity of all time on this show.
You will enjoy it.
Yes,
me. I crack up every time I watch it.
It's herself, and she's the one being she's the victim. She's the victim of that prank.
First, I was the prankster, then I became the mark.
It's like the Sting. It's like the Sting.
It's fantastic.
Hey, have you watched it?
No, Yopis, have you seen it yet?
Oh, shit.
So right after this, he's watching it too. And he's going to be Instagramming. He's going to be texting like, oh my God, that's hilarious.
No joke. I mean, they had me, and I'm usually on my P's and Q's and watch everything, whatever. And it literally went over my head.
I should have known he hadn't watched it because I don't know. Earlier in the episode, I don't know what the first things you said. He went, oh, well, like I saw his face. And I'm like, oh, if he had watched that, he would have been totally prepared for her.
And the best thing is she's a clown while going through
Yes, that is. That's fantastic.
Yeah, clowning around.
So what is your clown name?
And then I gave her this look.
We got to come up with a clown name.
Shakes, like Shakes. Remember Shakes the Clown?
Yeah, one show.
It was funny seeing you running down the hallway in the clown outfit.
You know what, believe it or not, when I was running down that hallway, in my head, I'm like, fucking get it together, bitch. Don't tumble over with your fat ass.
It'd be one short red-nosed bitch.
Yes.
There we go. That'll be that's her clown name.
There you go.
So wrapping it up, we'll probably have them on Skype again, or the next time they're in town, we'll do stuff. It is a great group, having so much fun. Make sure again check out all their handles. So gonna go with that again. So Rory Ross, where can they find you?
You can find me on all the socials at the Rory Ross. I got an Instagram, X, as well as Threads, and then Facebook.com. Always love hearing from the fans. And other thing too is we have a little fundraiser that's going on. That's for the Iowa City Children's Hospital. That's where my Star Wars story began. So
appreciate it. And also thank you for joining us, Stephen Costantino. Thank you for joining us. Where can they find you? Gamorrean Sound, right?
Well, you can StephenCostantino.org.
There we go.
Website.
Great music. Please check out his music. I'm not even kidding.
good.
This is us hanging out talking, but great music. It's
Could you
good
tell
stuff.
them how to spell your last name so they
Yeah,
know, right?
Costantino.
Costantino.
Costantino. Steven, yes, please check out his music as well. And of course, he's the Gamorrean Guard and all that greatness. And thank you for joining us. And of course, also for joining us, Susanna Malak. Where can they find you? I'm going to let you say it because I said it a million times.
The one that I like you to get on is my Instagram, and it's literally the numeric 1 short bitch. Yes, you heard it right. 1 short bitch, because that's what I am.
I mean,
And that's your friend. And of course, please like,
That's what she
follow,
is.
watch our previous episodes. You can get us at Linktr.ee/Fancorrect. That's our link tree. That'll take you to all our episodes, all our social medias, everywhere, everything we got going on, appearances and events with Flynn's Arcade and more and all that good stuff. Thank you, Charles, our good buddy out here who's helping out with the group.
If you need a haircut or a pressure wash.
There you go. Under pressure. Under pressure. If you're in the Tampa, Florida area, do it. He could do both at the same time. It's very impressive. He cuts your hair with the pressure wash.
Yeah,
he's silly.
Clean.
Well,
Fantastic.
thank you guys for having us.
Thank you for
Appreciate
joining
you
us.
guys.
Appreciate it so
Thank
much.
You've been amazing,
Oh, can
bro.
I do
You
one
got
more?
both you
Yes,
guys.
go
One
ahead.
more shout out to the UFC Club. Y'all are great.
Oh, yeah. And Dave, he did the cryotherapy.
Oh, man, the
Oof.
cryotherapy.
Oh, man.
I'm sure you guys will have a clip of that.
Yeah.
where
Oh,
you're
yeah. I'm
coming
going to
out,
share that on our
looking-
Instagram. I
trying
got to
to
get it from you because I used your
Well,
phone.
actually,
Oh, that's true.
you take
Yeah,
your
yeah.
shirt off, right?
Yeah, he did. He got into it.
I was like, all right, 2 minutes,
Below
2.5 minutes. let's
negative
go.
165
I wasn't
degrees.
there to take my shirt off.
We'll
But
put you in the
thank
red zone.
UFC. You guys are awesome. Seriously.
Appreciate that. And to all of our friends and sponsors and friends of the show, New Era Comic Collectibles and Flynn's Arcade and more, of course, always Eddie helping us out. And we have friends out in Central Florida that are fantastic. Acme
305.
Superstore, 305 Comic.
305 Comic. Thank you,
Check them
girls.
out. They're fantastic. They do stuff at SuperCon. They're doing stuff with the arcade now too. In New Era, we're doing a lot of things with Leanna and Tina. They're beautiful
great.
women.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Yes. We also got Gods and Monsters
Famous
and
and Faces and
Famous
Funnies.
Faces and Funnies. Famous and Faces and Funnies 2. That's in Boynton. The other one's in Melbourne. Acme Superstore in Longwood.
Superstore.
Main Street Comics and Collectibles. They're out in Bartow. We got friends everywhere now on Tampa. We got Tampa here in the room with us.
I feel
Charles
the
hanging out
love.
with us.
I
It's
feel
like
the love.
so much more coming. So check out all your local cons, all your local events all the time. Check out everyone's handles. Thank you for listening. Thank you
And
for
Mike,
watching.
Mike, can we thank you
Yo,
for
peace.
your service fighting
Yes.
fires, brother.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
You're
yes.
the real hero, bro.
For real, man.
That's the first thing MSK is editing it out. Okay. No, Yo, peace. Thanks for handling things while I was setting everything up. I'll learn one day. I'll learn. This old man will learn one day.
just take pictures while you're here now. So you
Luckily, I
don't
lucked
forget.
out again. Steven, Steven has the studio and he does music and everything, so he was able to get on there. Rory, a little familiar as well.
Rory's
So
good. Rory,
I lucked out.
my assistant
I had some
engineer.
help. The day I got a complete a useless celebrity, I'm on my own. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Fly solo, and I'm just gonna throw the stuff through the window. Nah, kidding. Kyla, thank you so much. And AV Club, it was a great time.
Thank you
So
guys. Thank you
everyone,
guys for
just thank you
joining
guys
us.
so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you,
And
Charles. Charles.
there you go.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
signing
Thank you,
off, Yo Peace. Well, I know he always has his clothes. He's the last one, so I'm gonna go. This is Omega saying peace.
Peace.
No
Peace.
peace. Heed us.
There we go.
And may the force be with you.
Yes.
And there you have it, folks. This has been Fanatically Correct. Until next time, you crazy kids. Signing off.
I got the power. Move to the times of the beat. To the power. I got the power. Harmony, baby. Come on.
And this motherfucker didn't even have coffee this morning. What the fuck?
I don't need no copy. I'm all natural over here,
I
man.
took a shower.
I took a shower.
I did that cold shower in the morning. I wake up real quick.